No, that was my bad. Can you see that?
Yes.
I like glare, so I assume. That's my bad. I just need to wear a watch.
We're going to get our recording started here. All right, so first we're going to start off with just our normal warm-up. So we want you to stay nice and light in the chest. Yep. We're going to stay nice and light in the chest. Stretch your arms out a little bit. And Coach Cayla's, us teachers, we are struggling today. So we are just going to hit nice and light, getting those hands warmed up, getting our hands to the ball, no stress. All right, and is your name Cayla? Is that right? I just want to make sure. Yeah? Okay, we have two Caylas in the group. Aislin's here, Maddie Hall's here. Check and check. All right. Good. I don't have music today.
I think I'm yeah, sun knocking over the fence right
now. Yeah. Cayla. Good job, Aislinn. Aislinn, when are you leaving for the beach, girl?
now.
What?
When are you leaving for the beach? Aren't you going to the beach soon?
Yes, Wednesday.
Whew. You're jealous.
Yeah.
Maddie Hall, you're coming down on the ball a little bit, okay? Remember we talked about, I know you have that natural slapping, but there we really want to find that nice hitting the center of the ball.
Okay.
Good. Cayla, I hate to be picky, but is there any way we can move the camera just a little bit so we can see the ball and you at the same time? If not, until we get it. Oh, there we are. Okay, okay. Now I like this.
Thank you.
Good.
Cayla, when you go to swing, try to have your arms up high and then just go straight to the ball. You're coming here and then you're dropping to get to contact. Try to keep your arms high and then just get straight down to contact. Better. We'll work on it once we get through some more drills.
All right, Maddie Hall, I got something I want you to work on here, okay? So what you're doing is you're coming here and you're kind of pulling off the ball and pulling that front shoulder. So your swing looks good, but you don't have as much power as you could have. I want you to stay on it just a little bit longer and drive through it and keep that front shoulder in. Really focus on that, okay? Yes.
Who was that for again?
That was from Maddie Hall.
Okay.
I think we're glitching. Are we glitching?
Yeah, could be us though.
I was gonna say, because everybody, like, I get the middle of everyone's swing and then all of a sudden they're staring at me. And I'm like, wait a second.
Front shoulder first.
Aislinn, you're getting your hands a little too in. And you're coming here and then stepping at the ball. Remember, we want to step and drive. Really focus on that. Everybody can focus on that right now. Step and drive. Better, better. Cayla, you have a beautiful backyard. Good. These hands are a little bit low. Watch this. This will see if I'm. Yeah. Aislinn, will you do me a favor?
Yeah.
will you just lift your hands just a little bit? You're getting a little too low. So any high pitch, you're automatically gonna come here instead of saying high to higher, okay? If you start high, all you have to do is take it, but you're just kind of creeping into your side just a little bit too much. Let's get them out and up. Remember, knob to pit.
Get a couple more of these swings in, then we'll move on to our next drill. Keeping yourself loose. Get myself loose. Yeah. Good. Do about 5 more swings each. Cayla, are you in Maryland?
No.
Where are you at?
Georgia.
Georgia. Okay. Wish I was there. Nice and hot.
I played with some girls on my softball team from Dalton, Georgia, I think. Is there a Dalton, Georgia?
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, I was gonna say, that sounded right, but then I said it out loud and I was like, maybe not. Yep.
All right, once you guys get your swings in, go ahead and pick up some balls if you need to. Have a drink as always. And then we're gonna transition into our one-arm drills. Again, we live and die by all of these drills that we demonstrate to you guys. After you pick them up, we're gonna start with our lead hand. So all of you, righties. Maddie Hall, you know to start with your right hand. The rest of you start with your left hand. So if you just want to take a peek at Coach Carly, she's going to demonstrate how this drill should be done. So you're going to lift up your bat like you're going to swing regular and then drop your backhand. You're just going to drive straight to the ball. This is going to be good from knowing how to get straight from your comfy position to contact, throwing that knob at the ball. Make sure you get your legs involved. Look at her head, how it's nice and still. That was really good.
Okay, ladies.
So once you get an idea for what she's doing, go ahead and start your own swings so we can start breaking them down.
Do this all the time. Right? Yep. Here, over the front, here.
Cayla, you're just pulling that front shoulder out.
And if your bat's a little heavy, you can choke up as much as you need to. You don't have to have your arm like where it would be normally. It can be up until you're comfortable. And then you just want to get into your position like you're about to swing. So as if you have the bat almost like you're going to swing like a little, I guess. And then you just want to drop that backhand so you're nice and comfy. And you want to get your load and go straight to contact. So everything's the same, it's just with one arm. There you go. Better. Yes. Yeah.
Aislinn. See, look, I'm working on it. All right, so this one, I really want you to focus on step, drive to the ball, okay? Because you're kind of still going. And remember, focus on getting your hand up. Don't let it creep down here, okay? Maddie Hall, see how you're falling back this way? You're kind of creeping back on me. This is one of those drills that you can really focus on driving that weight forward, okay? I'm not saying I want you to end up on your front foot by any means, but I see how Coach Cayla has more of a power coming this way than sucking it back. We always talk about that. We pull back, then the rubber band explodes. We don't want to try to defy gravity and push it the wrong way, okay? Good. Okay, let's make sure we're getting our hand up here. We don't want to make sure, what? Oh. You're making me confused, Coach Cayla back here. She's like, wait, what? But just make sure you're getting your hand up right here and not letting it drop here. That's something that you can really focus on with your muscle memory is remember to going here, boom, instead of taking that extra route, okay? Because then you'll train your hands to go straight to the ball. Hey, you're good. I am digging these small sessions. These are nice.
Here, go here. Should I make it easy?
Loosen up for me, Maddie Hall. You're getting a little tight.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, she's like, "Ba-doom, ba-doom." Karate chopping it. Oh, ball fell off, sorry.
Well,
Makes me nervous.
yeah, I want to try it because, you know, it won't be no infections if we had it.
Good.
We got, she's on the DR. We got in the DR with
Better. So Cayla, one thing I want you to focus on too is when you're coming through here, try to keep your head on the ball longer. So you're pulling the bat through and you have great bat speed with that front hand, which I am digging, so keep that. But come here and really focus on getting in this position because you're coming here just a little bit, all of this motion. How I always try to explain it is instead of moving this way, we want to move this way. Does that make sense? So the longer we keep our front shoulder,
we all try to do that thing.
the longer
Them,
we'll
women,
have,
all
we'll
of us.
make contact with the ball.
That's what we
That
say.
makes any
Oh,
sense.
what the hell wrong with that? Hey, do it.
Much better. Good job.
I've been telling people when they're going, put some more of this table in. I've been listening to her there. Yeah, I've been listening to her.
Cayla, on this next one, I want you to start with your bat just kind of rested on your shoulder and then just lift it straight up and then go to contact because you're kind of dropping back this way. So I just want you to develop that memory of just lifting your bat straight up and going straight down to contact. So it's at the right height. So just at that position, you're just going to be here, lift it up, and then go straight down into your swing. Better.
Maddie Hall, I want you to do, oh, this was size. I feel like because Maddie Hall's on the side of the screen, like I need to be like on the side. I want you to do something for me, okay? I want you to take your bat and I just want you to go. Shake your arms out. Be a little crazy for a second. Okay, all right, there you go, there you go. All right, so I know that you're really focusing on driving through that ball. You're making great contact and keep your head on the ball, but I want you to make that motion just a little bit more smooth because what you're doing is you're coming here, arm out, and then that's making that muscle memory of you tightening your arms at the end of the swing, right? We really want to focus on keeping everything nice and relaxed.
Okay.
Okay?
Get more shade.
That's
Better.
better.
Good.
Much better.
There you go.
Aislinn, just focus on seeing the center of the ball. You're just seeing the top half of the ball. Really focus on seeing that of the ball. There, Cayla. Good job. Is that weird saying your name?
Yeah, I hate to have students with the name Cayla, and it I don't know.
Punch it, Maddie Hall. Better.
Good, Cayla.
All right, so take 2 more of those and then pick up balls if you need to.
Ooh, yeah. Awesome.
Good job.
Try to stay palm down a little bit longer, man. You're just rolling at the last second. Stay flat all the way through contact. Yeah.
Ooh, got that Jedi like. Whew. So Cayla, we will give you the speech that we've given the other 2 many times. I know one arm stuff might seem really silly, but this is your activator arm. So the more that we work it and the more that we get that muscle memory going with that front arm, you will be amazed.
All right, so now we are still going to work on our 1-arm drill with the ball still in the middle of the plate. We're going to transition to low pitches. So make your tee just about as low as it will go for your strike zone. I don't know that's as low as our tee will go, but that's a pretty accurate. Here at low pitch, if Carly now. So same thing, are we doing back hand or front hand? All right, we're gonna do front hand still. So we're gonna do the same exact thing, except we're gonna transition our T down as far as it can go and still drive the same way. So if you wanna look at Carly do hers, she's still gonna get nice and ready and she's gonna drive to the ball. So notice how just because this is a low pitch, she's not going from here to make contact. She's still nice and tall and she's just driving her hand to that ball. So do not change your mechanics. You just need to change the height when you go to drive, just like that. So lower your tee for a low strike, still right down the middle. So you should be hitting this ball out in front of you. But we want a low pitch now.
So remember on these fields, we're driving to the pitch. We don't want to focus on wrapping around the ball. We want to drive the knob of the bat straight to the ball. So if my elbow and my knob drive to the ball, my hands and everything else are going to follow in suit, okay? So when you're here, good, straight into the ball.
We're trying to keep you, this is how you get from here, and you go down and then swing. They want you to just swing. That's what they want you to do. Look good, though, baby. Howdy.
Good.
Yeah.
Make sure when you guys are doing these, just because it's a low pitch, you don't need to chop down to the ball this way. You can still drive the knob of your bat straight down to contact. So you don't have to chop and change that angle. So drive it nice and smooth. Need it to be broken down a little bit more. Carly's gonna break it down a little bit slower.
So what really helps me as a player too is if you come here and I just step and I'm like one, boom, and I just throw my elbow at the ball a couple times on the tee and I'm like, okay, now I've got it. And you come here and it's just boom. Boom. Notice how my arm is still in that power position. I'm not fully extended because once I get here, I've lost all my power. I still have a little bit of bend in my front arm to create that powerhouse, right? So then I come here, I check myself a couple times, step, boom.
Yep. So just work on your bat path. So if you get to a point where you can't really feel where your bat should be going, like Carly said, just do a couple dry motions of how your arm should feel. Then like the third or fourth one, just go straight down to it. It doesn't have to be the most powerful swing in the world. We just want to recognize how it should feel to drive towards that ball. Good job, Cayla.
All right, Aislinn, stop. Stop right there. Get back in your position. But I want you, so your bat is kind of this way. We're getting a little too perpendicular to our body. Is that the correct term here? Parallel, that's what I meant. Perpendicular means this, parallel means this. Been a while. So your bat is more flat this way. I want you to give yourself a little more angle, okay? Because what's happening is you're starting this way and then trying to get into your angle instead of just going ahead and starting that position. Boom, because think, if I'm here, that's not a very good angle, right? Here to here isn't a good angle, but here to here is. So do you notice what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we just want to give that a little bit of tilt. Okay? Not to get so straight. Obviously, I'm a math genius, as you can tell. I'll get there eventually. Cayla's the math teacher.
I am.
So
It's okay.
I'm the special ed teacher. Little more. Aislinn. There you go. Aislinn. Yeah, Aislinn. Yeah, Aislinn. I was right. Man, your name makes me second guess myself. Whew. Man.
So if you're ever confused about like where to set your bat, especially for these, you can just think about resting your bat just on your shoulder, just lifting it straight up. That way, you know not to lift with your wrist this way. If you just relax it and just lift straight up to where you can like see it if you were to glance over at it, that's a really good position for your bat, especially for these drills.
Good job, Maddie Hall. Way to check yourself.
There you go. Better. Just stay on.
How can you like keep rotating on?
Sorry.
Okay.
That looks good, Maddie. Oh.
Get about 5 more of these in, and then we're gonna switch to high pitches. Cayla, try to keep your shoulder in a little bit longer. You're getting to contact really well, and then you're pulling off this way. So you wanna try to keep the shoulder in as long as possible. That way when you get through contact, then you can finish. So something that's important, if you get to contact well and then you pull off, a line drive is gonna turn into a pop-up or a ground ball. We have to stay through it the entire time to have good solid hits, okay?
One of my favorite
High pitches. All right, once you get your last couple of swings in, go ahead and grab a drink, pick up your balls, stretch your arm out, whatever you need to do to be comfy. Please go back.
I feel like y'all have a little bit of the Monday blues. Like, I feel like I'm bringing a lot of the energy. I'm gonna be honest. I'm having a little bit of the Mondays. Ooh. Cayla down in Georgia, when do you finish school? Or are you already finished?
Yes, I already finished.
Oh, so jealous. Aislinn, what county are you in? Carroll?
Yeah.
Carroll? Maddie Hall, what county are you in?
Howard County.
Yeah, buddy. Keeping us strong till the 23rd. We got this.
23rd.
Yeah. Of June. Yeah, yeah. You're telling me. So think about us down there, Cayla, while we're still in school till the 23rd of June. Slowly dying up here. All right. So now we are going to go into our high pitches with our one arm. Okay. And for anybody who is wondering also, Cayla, my girl, like I said, we have been chatting with you. This is your first timer, so we got to tell you all the good stuff. You can do all of these drills on one knee also. If you really want to isolate your top half and not worry about your bottom half for a bit, you can warm up with all of these on your top hand on your knee. All right, so high pitches. I'm going to pick on you, Aislinn. What is the most important thing of a high pitch? That we stay. Thank you for paying attention the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, keep your arms up.
Maddie Hall, do you remember?
Yeah, stay on top of the ball.
Okay, there's a phrase that I've used every single time. Anybody remember? Anybody out there?
I will once you say it.
Oh, yeah. Cayla, do you think you know what it is? You have to say hi to. Anybody? Hi to higher. All right, I'll just go ahead and say it. It's all right. You guys have been in online school. I get it. Fill in the blanks are hard right now. Get it. All right, so you're going to go high to higher. When I'm going for a high pitch, if I come down here in any way, shape, or form, pop up city, my head's going to be pulled. Ball's going to go either up in the air, I'm going to miss it, shoot it right down into the ground, or I'm going to totally miss it. All right, so if you will see Coach Cayla, she will get her hands ready. I'm not saying we start our hands higher. I'm just saying she is going to get in her position and watch her hand. Boom. She keeps that top elbow nice and tall. So like I said, she's driving. Boom. We say high to higher. Okay? So she's going to drop on purpose and show you what. See, the ball went straight up into the air. Okay? So go ahead and give me a few of those. Cayla, did you want to raise your tee up at all? Give that high pitch. So typically when we are, since we have small groups now, I can test you girls on being students of the game. So when you are a student of the game, what is a high pitch? What zone is that going to be in? Okay, Maddie Hall, what is that zone?
The letters.
Letters, there we go. All right, so remember, be a student of the game. So you are a high pitch, you're thinking right in the letters of your jersey somewhere, okay? So, Aislinn, what is the lowest pitch I want to swing at?
Knees.
Knees, right at the knees, good job. So our strike zone is from our knees to our letters. High pitches, if it's above your letters, here above, girls, I'm telling you, it's gonna look tasty, but don't swing, I promise. You heard it here first, ladies and gents. Please don't swing at those because your dads and moms and grandmas and grandpas and coaches and even your dog is gonna be mad at you. All right, or cats, if you're a cat person. Cayla, just keep that shoulder in, okay? You're still pulling out here instead of saying nice and closed. Yeah, I had it. Yep. Good, Aislinn. Good, Maddie Hall. Maddie Hall, these are going to be tricky for you. Okay? This is something as a slapper that people will expose you as a slapper with this pitch if you are not careful. Okay?
Yeah.
So you have to learn to train your hands. Drive that elbow, Aislinn. Aislinn, you've done this camera angle, and it's you know, it's kind of like a good thing for us. The bad thing for you because we can always see around the ball. So thank you for that.
Better, Cayla.
Maddie Hall, will you do some step throughs with this, please?
Yeah.
Thanks. I just want to see your step through with it. I know that's really difficult and confusing as a slapper, but, huh?
With one hand.
Yes.
Okay.
There you go. Because I want to make sure that you're both with one hand because that's going to train your bat control.
Okay.
Because as a slapper, that's one of the most important things is that you always have control of your bat.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a baby bat or is that your real bat?
Yeah, no, it's a T-ball bat.
I was like, oh my gosh, she has a baby bat. Yeah. My heart is so happy. Good. So that is a tip 2. Thank you, Maddie Hall. If you guys have, you can go to like a Walmart or whatever store you shop at. It's a West Virginia thing. We always go to Walmart, I guess. But or any used T-ball bats or something like that. Anything small is a really good thing to buy to warm up with too. I don't know. I haven't bought. Yeah. But they're very handy and you'll use it until the end of time.
All right, get about 4 to 5 more of these in and then move on.
Okay.
Good job, Aislinn. That was really good. Once you get your last couple in, go ahead and pick them up, grab a drink, and then come to the screen for our next drill.
Oh, and for the days that we do this too, since we have hitting 2 days a week, number 1, please tell your friends all about this. Number 1. Number 2, what we'll kind of focus on is on Mondays, we're really just going to break down the skills of hitting. So really getting that T work, that muscle memory things like that. And then Thursdays, since we, like I said, have it 2 days a week, Thursdays when we're really going to break into our inside outside, doing those kinds of things and really honing in on those skills, because we want to keep that muscle memory from Monday into Thursdays. So it's kind of a glance. And I also just said that for the first time. So that was also Coach Cayla's first time hearing that. So she agrees.
Yeah. It works. All right. But for the remaining last couple minutes of class, we have not a couple minutes, we have a lot of minutes left. We are going to transition over to inside pitches. So we're gonna drop the backhand, forehand. We're just gonna go full swing at this point. But your tee placement is going to be the most important part of this next part, because an inside, especially when you're working on tee work, you want to over exaggerate where that ball is going to be placed. So you can see Carly's tee is lined up in front of her and it's on the inside part of the plate. Yeah. So make sure you get your position in the box first to know where you're comfortable at in the box, and then adjust your tee accordingly. So the tee should be lined up in front of your left foot so that you have to open up a little bit to hit it. So go ahead, find your position for this inside pitch first. And then once you do that, Carly is just going to take taking some nice loose swings and driving our hands to this inside pitch.
Yes.
All right, we really want to drive that knob of the pitch. Woo! Man, knob of the bat and our elbow right to the inside of the ball. Okay? I don't want to come here because then I'm going to hit the ball in the dugout, take some girl's head off. But I'm going to come here, boom. See how my elbow and everything is firing on the inside of the ball? What a statement.
You have to learn to trust your hands. So that's why we do our front hand and our backhand drills, because the better you are with your bat with one hand, it's going to make you more crisp with two hands. So especially with the inside pitch, you have to learn to trust your own hands. Your hands can get there fast enough, so you don't have to rely on trying to open up to hit that inside pitch. Like Carly just demonstrated, you don't have to pull all the way around to try to hit it. Your hands are going to get fast enough to where you can just throw your hands at that ball. But it's all about where you catch it.
Notice how my front shoulder and my head still stay down. Okay, I'm not opening up. My front shoulder is still staying inside and through the ball.
So go ahead, set your tee up. We're going to work on inside pitches.
Yeah. What's here?
Feeling fancy with my Starbucks today.
What? Take it away.
Yeah, it's too much.
Cayla, don't come around that ball. So on your last swing, your first move, you went like this, right? So you still want to get here. I would still just raise your bat straight up. And then when you go to swing, just drive that knob of the bat to the inside pitch. You don't want to come around this way. You want to drive straight the ball this way.
Maddie Hall, I need you to speed your bat up just a little bit more, okay? You're getting there and then just kind of lagging through the zone, all right? Attack the ball. Get that nitty-grittiness. That was a really West Virginia thing for me to say, wasn't it? Sorry about that, Maddie Hall.
I want you to really work on just driving your hand straight to the ball. So you're coming here, and then your immediate instinct is to drop your hands this way. Your swing is great, but if you could just get your hands to stay high and go straight to the ball, it'd be a lot better, because you're coming here, then your first move is to drop it back this way and then go to contact. Your bat speed is going to be fast enough to just go straight from here forward. You don't want to go from here and then backwards and then to the ball, because you won't have enough time that way. So really work on just having your bat here and then going straight down to contact, not having it here, pulling it back, and then going to contact, okay? I know we're throwing a lot at you the first day.
You're not here. Very good. Straight through.
Aislinn, I want you to fire through that front elbow just a little bit more, okay? You're kind of you're chopping down on the ball instead of pushing through the ball. Does that make sense?
Good job, Maddie.
So really fire that
You got a little nip here,
front elbow.
over here, straight through. Say it.
That's all right, you dipped a little bit, but that was just you focusing on that elbow. Don't worry about it. Keep doing it. Good, much better. See how much, like the difference of how much harder you hit that ball compared to when you're chopping down on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, love that.
Better, Cayla.
Love it. Papa Hall, we gotta work on her hips.
Okay.
You got this.
Gotta get those bad boys firing.
Listen to Dad, Cayla. Dad's right. I know it's hard to swallow because I don't ever like saying my dad's right, but Dad's right. I promise Dad's
We've been
right.
going through this for a long time.
Yeah. It's never gonna stop. I'm 23 and I still don't listen to my dad.
I remember in college, I'd be like, Dad, Coach showed me this today. It was so great. He's like, yeah, I've been telling you that your whole life. Well, it sounds better out of his mouth. And it's funny because my college coach and my dad are best friends, pretty much.
That's funny.
So it used to drive them crazy.
I don't know what it is about dads. You guys are different nerves, but you know what you're talking about, but
Do you feel yourself coming off that a little bit, Maddie Hall?
A little bit.
Yeah, dive that elbow and really focus on coming through the pitch, okay? You're, like what I said, we're kind of falling back. We need to get your momentum because you're used to it when you flap. You're used to your momentum automatically going to the pitcher. But now when you're stationary, you need to focus on still getting that momentum going forward and not just kind of taking your body through the motion. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Oh, don't stop. Better. Stop.
Cayla, you got a lot of power, and I like that. Much better, Maddie Hall.
You're gonna get it.
Drive all the way through it, Aislinn. You're round and around it again, okay? Drive that elbow hard. Good. Look at that power coming out, Maddie Hall. Yeah. Really refocus, Aislinn. Take a step back and refocus as you're starting to get back into that chopping, okay? Really focus on driving straight through the ball, not chopping on top of it. And I can't see your weight shift from this angle, but really, like, you're getting your foot down, but make sure when you're getting your foot down that you're not transferring your weight with getting your foot down. When I get my foot down, I'm here, boom, notice my foot's down, but my weight's still back.
Yeah.
Then drive through. Cayla, we just got to get those hands to not drop, girl. The one thing that might help, Cayla, too, is when you come here, you're getting a little too quick. Come here, lock yourself. Get set, then go to the ball, okay? Because you're kind of like coming, I don't know where you were, I don't want to answer that. You're coming here and then just going. Get yourself set and then go, especially off the tee, because then you can kind of practice slowing yourself down, making sure your hands are where they need to be. And then we can speed it up from there. Does that make sense? Oh, wow, you were bent over and then you were stood up. I was like, oh, the glitch.
better, Maddie. I take about 3 more swings, pick your balls up, grab a drink, and then we're going to end the day with a couple outside swings, my favorite.
Come on.
Better, Cayla. Okay. All right. We are going to just transition over to the outside part of the plate. So remember, you want to hit an outside pitch from the middle to the back of the plate. You don't want to hit it out in front. So if you notice, Carly's tee is, okay. Carly's tee is almost in the middle of her body, more so towards the back, and it's on the outside corner of the plate, and that's where you want yours to be. Don't have a plate, have a bucket, or just have an imaginary plate out in front of you, but remember to get your position in the box first, and then adjust your tee. Like I said, like for me in college, I always had my back foot on the back line. I like being all the way back. Carly liked being in the front, so we had to hit our pitches at different locations. So you need to figure out where you're comfortable in the box and keep it that way. So don't be in the front one game, the back the next game. It's better just to keep your position the same. That way you build that muscle memory to where you know where you should be hitting a pitch every single time. So Carly is going to get in the box where she's comfortable, and then she's going to attack her outside pitch. So notice just because this pitch is outside, Carly's not reaching for it. So that again comes with your position in the box. So you need to make sure you're in a place where you can reach high, low, in, out, where you can reach everything. So she can reach every corner, every height that's pitched to her right now. So she's just driving her arm straight to this ball.
Notice too that I'm not stepping towards the outside pitch. My feet, when I'm loading and taking my step, I'm still stepping in the same way, stepping towards the pitcher. The only thing I'm doing is driving the knob of the bat and my elbow to that outside pitch. This is the most important pitch to stay closed on. Okay?
What she means by stay closed is if you can't step open, if you're a person who steps, you can't step open this way and then try to hit outside pitch. It's impossible. So your step needs to be the same. Yes, Maddie, that's what we don't want. I like that. Thanks. But that muscle memory, so when you go to hit an inside pitch, knob to the ball is this way. Pitch down the middle, knob to the ball. Knob to the ball outside, it's the same. So developing that muscle memory with your front arm is going to help you attack every pitch you come across. Aislinn, place that tee a little bit more outside for me, please. Thank you. There we go. What's going on? Good. I teach math.
And like we said, we'll definitely go more in depth into these inside and outside pitches on Thursday.
Good, Aislinn. Try to finish your swing though. I don't want you to, you got to contact fine, then when you went to finish, your bat just kind of was like here. Just finish all the way around to get all of your power through that ball. Good, much better.
Maddie Hallgirl, we got, come on. So I need you to,
There.
well, there it is. You've just been hiding the ump. I see you. I see you. Okay. Good. Take a few more of those. Man, these boys are lifting heavy today. They're getting all crazy over there. Good. Drive that elbow through it. Maddie. Good, Aislinn. Good.
That's all you just swing from there straight to the ball. So you know. See how far you go back? That's what we're going to look at.
Do you feel yourself pulling off of it, Aislinn? Because you're hitting it with the very end of your bat.
Okay.
Do you feel that? Yeah. So you just want to focus on driving your hands more. And when you're driving, staying all the way through it. Think about driving the ball to right field. That's all you want to think about. Better. Thank you.
Stay through it a little bit longer, Maddie. Think about What I mean by stay through it, Maddie, is contact. You want to act like you're hitting like 3 more balls out in front of you. Once you get to contact, you can't just kind of like do whatever. You want to get to contact and still push through all those imaginary balls out in front of you. And that's going to help with your line drives. Yep, good.
All right, go ahead and take 5 more. And then come up to the screen.
Still step straight ahead. Don't step on it. Don't step across. There we go.
Let's still work on those hands. Start high and drive straight to contact. Don't start high, drop back, and then go. Just stay high and go straight down. Work on that muscle memory. Better.
Alright.
Hey, Maddie, remember, forward.
Okay.
Forward. All right, so if everyone wants to come up to the screen. That was a great session today, ladies. I really like this little small class. Accomplished. So how does everyone feel about today?
Good.
Good.
All right, well, work on those things throughout the week, okay? We will see you tomorrow for pitching, correct? And then Wednesday, fielding, my favorite, which it looks like, does everyone have somebody who can roll them ground balls and like stuff like that? Or wall
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
to play off of?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect, cool. Dad's of the year out there.
I know.
Do it. But so see, ladies, Father's Day is coming up. Don't worry, dads, I'll give you that plug.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. But just a little reminder too, always be a student of the game. So if you're teaching yourself one new thing about softball every week, every different week, make sure you are doing that, okay? All of these skills that we are teaching you are so, but they're not going to mean anything if your mental side of the game is also not there. So like Coach Cayla was talking about, when you're lining yourself up in the box, find where you're comfortable in the box. Start learning that about yourself now, because that's so important. Because when you get to being old, like us, like for example, in college, I knew where I was comfortable, but the pitcher is always going to change. So you might have a slower pitcher, so you're going to have to move up a little bit. Or you're going to have a pitcher that throws a little bit of junk, so you want to move up so it's not constantly getting you, or you want to move in the back so that you're getting more walks, something to understand and know, right? So get to know yourself as a hitter. See your little quirks and ticks that you need to have when you're hitting, and really focus on those when you're batting. Even if it is off a tee, like I always focus on staying a pitcher and imagining it coming in and being like, okay, whew, got it. So then when I step in with a real pitcher, it's nobody's business. Like, I'm like, yeah, cool, I've been seeing this for so long.
Something else about being like a student of the game, watching softball, I think, is the number one thing that helped me become players throughout my life. Like on Sunday, there was softball on from like noon to midnight, and I was just grading papers, and I still watch softball every day. So it's important to watch softball, and even going to games. Like I played D1 softball, and like on my off weekend, I would go watch Maryland play Michigan State. I would still go watch the girls that I was going to play against because I wanted to learn more. So even though that like came out of like my dad's pocket, paying for those tickets, dads are like the best ever. But going to watch games, I still like, me and my dad still go watch games together, even though I can't play softball anymore because I'm old and washed up. But watching it on TV, I think, is the most important thing ever, because you get to watch her in 3-2 counts with bases loaded, or how a pitcher battles back from a 3-0 count. So just learning that from a young age and watching them, I think is like the best thing ever.
And knowing that those counts that she just listed, off, are important, and that they're stressful situations, and that they're like all of these things. So just watch a game and kind of put yourself in a game. Like we'll talk about on Wednesday, you know, if you're a second baseman, watch 3 innings of a softball game on YouTube and be the second baseman. Pause and say, okay, ball's hit to me, where am I going? How many outs are there? Like just kind of quizzing yourself. It's just like school, but make it fun. You know what I mean? So do you ladies have any questions for us? We did. We just get so excited.
No, we will see you guys
Yes,
tomorrow.
we will see you tomorrow, same time. Do they need anything special for pitch?
If you can have a catcher, that'd be great, but you do not need one. If you have a net, that's fine, but as always, if dad's there, just bring dad along to catch for you, like always. Or mom. Moms are great too, but
Or brother, sister.
a catcher would be nice tomorrow.
Or bounce back ball. Those are always nice too.
Yep.
But as always, if you have any questions between now and then or anytime, please shoot us emails, contact us through Top Gun, whatever. We are always here. All
Thank
right.
you.
Come in. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.